Alright, so we're going to watch me struggle to show you how to replace the exterior door handles on a Chevy Express van. Doing the door panels is pretty much the only thing I actually know how to do on any vehicle. So I've never done the exterior, so this will be a good video. So I just taken out the screws and the bolts out of the door right now. And I always grab it because I've seen Josh drop plenty of screws and we haven't been able to find them, so I always fear that I'm going to drop it and not be able to find it. So I usually unscrew it in my fingers the rest of the way out. So you got to pop that little trim piece off before you can actually pull the door off there. And now you got to unclip the electrical clips that go to the window controls and door locks. Usually a flat screwdriver works for that. Then you just got to take off the plastic covering from the door, and it does, once you pull it off, it does push back up on there pretty well and stick still. And now I'm just looking around trying to figure out the next step that I need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that first bolt that is holding in the door handle. My extension fell off there. Just looking how it's all connected and how it's all being held together. And then I realized that I have one more bolt that this plastic piece was covering. How I got it off was using a flat blade screwdriver and just kind of moving it under there until it popped on off. And then you're able to just take your impact without an extension to go ahead and remove it. And again, just looking at what I need to do next, what is being held on there still. And there are two metal bars on the inside. One is being held in by a clip, the other is in a plastic grommet kind of thing. The clip is easier to do. For someone with small hands, it works relatively easily. It'll take you a couple minutes to get it off still, probably, if it's never been unclipped before. You could also try using a very small flat screwdriver till you do it. The other clip, which is what Josh is helping me with now, is going to be the one in the plastic grommet. Now, we had a hook-like pick that I grabbed, and Josh was able to pull it out of that grommet for me because I was scared I was going to break his tool. So he just went ahead and yanked it out for me. And of course, we were trying to be careful because we didn't want to break it at all. So now both of those are loose. But you still cannot pull off the handle from the exterior of the van. And the reason for that is because there is a metal cover preventing you from pulling it out. It's actually what is holding the handle in there, preventing it from coming out the front of the door when you open it. And Josh just helped me pull it out. And now I am switching over the mechanism. Those are the two metal bars that I was talking about. That is the one that goes into the snap there. And that is the one that goes into that plastic grommet. The grommet looks exactly like that green circle there. This part Josh had to help me with. There's a metal snap on the back that he used a pick and a flat screwdriver for. And then he was able to just pop out the lock, put it back in the other side, and put that piece on. And then I second guessed my memory of which direction it went on. And you just slide that snap right back on. And you give it one good tap and it's right back on there. Now you're going to slide it back into the door. And you're going to reclip your long bar and insert the other bar back into that plastic grommet. It's much easier to put those back in, of course, than it is to take them out. But of course, you still see me struggling to accomplish both. And it was a little difficult because sometimes the metal bars got caught on something you didn't want it to. And then you got to slide that metal bracket back over it, which is much easier said than done. That was absolutely the hardest part of doing this, and we probably spent about 10 to 15 minutes doing it, me on my own doing it, and then I finally gave in and asked Josh to come and help me. So then, of course, once you get that metal bracket on, you just go ahead and slide your door frame back on. Go ahead and reconnect all of your electrical components and put your screws back in, and you're good to go.